the brave Mattyvison.com. I'm here with a judge and a doctor. This is the sports report for March 27.
No, 6. March 26.
March 26, 2013. Thank you, Ron Howard, for stopping by. Great director advice from you. This show is brought to you by MJ Spot Crane Rental. When you need something moved, call MJ Spot Crane Rental.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you? I'm throwing you all off. We're a little out of whack today because somebody was late.
Yeah.
I hear the doctor, unexcusable.
The doctor was on time.
However, I'm finding myself in contempt.
Muggsy pulled his best Lindsay Lohan, and he stayed in his trailer for a good half hour and didn't come out to set.
This
okay.
is the best local sports show in the era. I'm Mad Matty the Moose. I'm going to start off with a cheeky little mention to new head coach of the West Scranton boys tennis team, the lovely Jennifer Spott. They had their first win today against Riverside in like 227 years.
I don't know if our records go back that far, but it was the first win in a while. It really was.
It was a while?
Yeah, a long time.
And right now, ladies and gentlemen, all rise. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Take it away. What's going on?
Well, you're talking about spring. Well, I still got some winter sports to wrap up here.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
We got to start with Holy Cross. Moose?
Holy Cross!
Yep, Holy Cross, they got to Hershey last week, but they were unable to win the state championship. It was a valiant effort, though. A 69-63 loss to Beaver Falls in the AA Boys Championship game. It's one of those things. Sometimes the team that you're playing is the better team. For 3 quarters, Holy Cross was the better team. They just weren't the better team in the 4th quarter. And that happens. But congratulations to Josh Cozen and the big contributors, Kerry Carney, Corey Joyce, Casey Gahn, and all of them did an exceptional run. 27-6 is their final record. They had some big wins, including a win in the state semifinals at Mart's Hall, beating Trinity. It was a battle of green in that game.
Trinity?
Yeah, Trinity.
She dated Neo for a while.
Yeah.
Fun fact for you.
Yep. Moose, Mad Matty the Moose for you. He'll be here all night.
Yeah, it's a tough game to lose, especially that they led most of the game. You know, but Beaver Falls had some incredible athletes on that team. They really
did.
And eventually, once they turned up the pressure and settled into the game, it was tough to stop.
Yeah,
it
didn't help that Holy Cross got in foul trouble.
Holy Cross!
In the second half.
Gahan and Cosen was in a little bit of foul trouble.
He had no fouls the whole first half, then he got called for 4 in the 3rd quarter alone. I don't know. It is what it is sometimes.
Playing on the biggest stage, though, you know, everyone in the state watching, you know, pretty.
I mean, even the Beaver Falls, they could relate to what Holy Cross, because Beaver Falls had been in the championship game the year before and lost, so they can relate. And sometimes you're not some teams. The other team is the better team, like I said. But hats off to Holy Cross and all of our basketball.
Tremendous.
And all of our basketball teams that, well, because you look at it, you had teams like Dunmore's girls, Walnut Pack's girls, Honesdale's girls. The teams that they lost to the state tournament, a lot of them ended up playing for the state title themselves, some of them winning. I mean, Abington Heights boys, they lost to Amotep Charter. They won the 3A championship in the state. Honesdale lost to Bethlehem Catholic. They were the runner-up in girls AAA. Same thing, Dunmore lost to York Cat. I mean, the basketball of this area is getting better. You want to see one of these teams eventually win a state championship, but you get down there, you get the exposure, and hopefully
maybe next year, you know.
Yeah,
like I said, Beaver Falls was there last year.
Yeah.
So they came in having a good idea of what it would take.
You know why
and
Beaver
that was an
Falls?
advantage.
You know why Beaver Falls? Wally trips him. Leave it to Beaver.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Before
our time.
And also, like even a Scranton Prep, they lost to Newman Goretti. I mean, Even though Newman Gretty didn't win the state, Scranton Prep's gonna have. They're gonna have Bay back next year. I mean, what's to say that Prep can't make a run next year?
We'll see.
And speaking of Scranton
Up and
Prep,
coming Mia Kashuba is going to be a name to watch for Prep. Right there. Mia Kashuba, remember that, Muggs? I said it first.
Yeah, Matty the Moose.
We have a couple of St. Clair, St. Paul girls who will be coming up in Prep too that we had on the show before.
Yeah, you hear it here first.
Yep.
Not on the paper, not in anywhere else. You heard it here. Mattyvision Sports
Best
Report.
sports show in the world.
Yep. And
How many times?
speaking of Scranton Prep,
Good segue.
we have to honor we do have to honor state champion in swimming, Mia Nonnenberg, state champion in the 500-meter freestyle at Bucknell University 2 weeks ago.
I don't know about you, but I'm not surprised by that at all. You kind of smelled the gold coming from her.
Oh yeah, she was a part of 3 finals. She was the state champion of the 500, winning time 4 minutes 48 seconds 18 tenths. Whatever, yeah. She was second place in the 200 IM event, losing by less than a second of that. But she and the girl that beat her actually did set a state record in that event.
Yeah, she still set a record.
Yeah. So wherever she went, she still was setting records for herself. And herself, Katie Wojtek, Angela Stahl, and Abby Dempsey were on the 5th place 400-meter freestyle relay team at the state meet 2 weeks ago at Bucknell University. So congratulations to the girls, congratulations to the boys. Winter sports season's officially over.
You can bang the gap.
Bang that guy! Yeah, bang it for the winner. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Now we just need some good weather. Play
Yeah.
some baseball.
Baseball,
tennis,
softball, get the kids on the track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead there, Matty?
Speaking of baseball, our old pals down in Carolina, you know, the Blue Sox.
The Blue Sox.
Always better than the Red Sox, Doctor. Always better. The Carolina Blue Sox, 8 and under champions of the USSSSSS. A lot of S's.
Yeah. Like the Soviet Union?
No. Southern Classic Tournament champions this weekend. Went 3-0, outscoring opponents 40-17. Game 1. Blue Sox 15-7 over the Carolina Hitmans. Game 2. Blue Sox 12-0 over the North Wake Wildcats. I think Goldie Hawn was the coach of that team. Wildcats.
I thought it was Bret Hart, the Carolina Hitman.
Might be right.
Future Hall of Famer. Well, he got inducted. Go ahead. We're
Yeah,
getting off
right.
track.
Yeah,
Anyway,
way off track here.
You want to upstage the Blue Sox and Bret the Hitman Hart, you know, what are you going to do? The championship game, 13-10 win over the Carolina Hitman in a rematch of an earlier tournament matchup. The Blue Sox trailed 7-0 after the top of the first inning in the championship game. Defeated right out of the game. Mom's going home and making sandwiches. They battled all the way back to win 13-10 in 6 innings.
Big win.
The Blue Sox are off to a fast 7-2 start to the season, played in 2 tournaments so far this spring, and have finished 2nd and 1st. Players Carson and Zach, Gus Finn, Cameron, Taryn, Nate, Carter, Seth, Ethan, Thomas, and Chase. Coaches Rick's a very handsome man, by the way. Corey, Tiger, who's #1 again in the country, and Sammy. Next game is this Friday nights against the Eli Whitney Crushers.
Eli Whitney.
Yeah.
Did he invent the cotton gin?
He might have. They're the Crushers, though. And it's a team that the Blue Sox beat in the first game of the season, 26-9.
Wow.
The 7-2 they are. Good record in any sport. There.
Wow, winning 26 at no mercy rule there in Carolina.
That's not even a good football score, 26-9.
Awesome. Cheers to our Carolina Blue Sox. We love the Carolina sports. We got a Carolina soccer program coming
Got
up.
a Carolina
soon,
hat on there.
Got a Carolina hat there. Back over to Muggs.
I'm out.
He's out. Then we're out. We're going to take a break. We're going to come up and this, what do you call him?
He's a doctor.
I was going to say not handsome, but the doctor, he is handsome sometimes.
Hater.
The doctor's going to talk some NCAA brackets. Stay
Among
tuned.
other things.
Down and out? Having a bad day? Go to Mattyvison.com, where smiles are not only guaranteed, they're also free. So go around and explore, have some fun, learn something, and who knows, you might even make a friend. Mattyvison.com, we dream big. Back from the break in the best sports show in all of the times, ESPN. Fasten your seatbelts. We're on a momentum. Cheers to Kyle Busch for winning the race. Screw you, rich boy Joey Logano. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a doctor. The doctor of the pro sports scene.
And college.
And collegiate.
No, he doesn't know anything about college, but he's going to wing it.
Try.
We'll do what I think we
Go!
3 words that meant nothing to you last week. Florida Gulf Coast. How about this team? Sweet 16. The first 15 seed ever to advance in a tournament.
Wow.
It's amazing that the bigger story is that the coach. You ever see the model
awesome.
wife?
Yeah. Well, he kind of looks like your average Joe too.
Yeah,
but turns out he's a self-made millionaire.
Which one was he? Pirate Steve?
He's a self-made
Andy
millionaire.
Enfield.
Oh.
Yeah. And he has a model of a wife. That's not really the big story.
But still, I mean, he was asked about it. What do you think's the bigger upset? The fact that his team is in the Sweet 16, or the fact that he's got a model for a wife?
I think it's very close. It's very comparable. It can't really go one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
But him having a model wife is something else. Florida Gulf Coast, man. How about those guys?
Getting back on track. Their Sweet 16 opponent. They got to play Big Brother here, I guess.
Big Brother. Yeah, they call Florida Gulf Coast their little brother, but I don't think that correctly even sums it up, you know? They're more like little sister twice removed.
Yeah.
Little
like
sister, don't you?
Here, I'm going to impersonate Billy Donovan here for a second.
Billy Donovan, ladies and
All right? Last Sunday, bracket comes out. I'm talking to Coach Enfield. Congratulations, you're in our bracket. Why don't you go ahead and beat Georgetown for us?
Yeah, right?
Last Friday, he's like, great job beating Georgetown.
Yeah.
Now Sunday, really? Now we got to play these guys?
Yeah. I mean, he really...
That's pretty good.
Florida's that was just like
Spot on.
Donovan. It really was. But it's almost a no-win besides getting to the Elite Eight. If they lose this game, that has to be in their head. They cannot lose this game.
Because Florida Gulf Coast, they could win the state championship.
But the funny thing is, these guys can play. They got some talent on that team, and they're smart, you know. And their coach seems he'd definitely be offered jobs after this.
Oh yeah,
there's no question
they're
about
gonna.
that.
I mean, who would have thought that Jerry World would be turned into Sherwood's Forest?
Yeah, I saw that quote on your Twitter the other day. All right,
Yep.
I liked it. That's show worthy. You got it. But like you said, they're playing Florida. You never know. I wonder what the odds maker.
God.
Wonder what the odds maker are thinking of this game. It'd probably give them a 10-point cushion.
Yeah, but they're not even the only. I mean, LaSalle's been kind of floating under the radar here.
Yeah.
Rolling with the
They're like, Florida Gulf Coast can have all the headlines. LaSalle.
That's like people think like the big games, Miami, Marquette. You know, you got Duke and Michigan State. The game I want to watch is Wichita and LaSalle.
Yeah.
What's a 13 and a 9?
Yeah.
LaSalle, the lone Philly team remaining.
Yeah.
Temple Owls. How about them giving the Stanford Cardinals a game? Yeah. Indiana Hoosiers a game.
Yeah,
Red and white.
Temple could hit a shot the last 4 minutes.
Oh,
But one player, you can't do that when
no one can hit a shot.
Yeah,
except for Cleve White.
and then the second half, Indiana shut him down.
How's your bracket looking now that we're on?
It's okay. It would have been good. Would have been better if Illinois had upset Miami.
Yeah.
But
this is really like people were saying this is a big underdog year. It's really not. And that's not going to matter on these brackets because most of the favorites are winning. And the 2 big underdog stories was Harvard winning the first round and Florida Gulf Coast. And no one in their right mind would have picked them unless you went to that
except
school.
the 1% that I heard about picking Florida Gulf. Less than 1%.
Yeah, absolutely.
It either had to be really smart or
really hate
psychic.
Georgetown, or you
really psychic.
or you're paying tuition at Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just no huge surprises this year. And I went with a couple underdogs. Like I went with VCU. I like Butler. I even took Belmont to win a couple games. You know.
Yeah.
My mistake.
But,
I'll be paying for it greatly.
Yeah.
What game you're gonna be watching? Looking forward to?
I don't know. Actually, I like this. What was who's Indiana playing? The one. That was
Indiana's got Syracuse.
That'd be a good, nice
one
little,
versus the four.
nice little. I mean, the East was the only one where chalk held.
Yeah.
And then Kansas, Michigan, the other game in the Florida, that's supposed to be a good one too. Obviously, Matty's not happy the North Carolina lost, but
Yeah, to get knocked out by the 1 seed
Your Final
isn't
Four
the
is
worst
still
way to
standing.
go out.
my Final Four is still standing. Yes.
As is mine.
I had Pitt.
For the time being.
I had Pitt in the Final Four.
Well, not this bracket. So.
Yeah.
But
I mean, and of course, Louisville's also been flying under the radar.
Yeah.
The number one
Well,
overall
that- yeah,
seed. We're not even talking about how impressive they've been in 2
yeah,
games.
I got Miami over Louisville in this bracket actually.
Yeah, I took Kansas over Ohio State in the final.
Yeah.
'Cause
I think Indy. I like Indiana or Miami right now. I really
Yeah.
do.
Duke and Kansas.
Duke and Kansas.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
That's a good thing about
sweet.
college sports is you never know.
Well, I
never
hope Duke
know.
gets knocked out, but I think Duke.
We never know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen next.
And moving on from college, Miami Heat, 27 in a row.
Wow.
And
Right.
they didn't even need Dwayne Wade the last 2 games.
6 more games.
Insane.
They tied the 71 Lakers.
I don't think they lose the rest of the year.
Well,
And-
I think Sunday they're supposed to be playing at San Antonio. So
They got Chicago next game too.
yeah, so the streak will have some tests before they can get to 33.
I don't think they lose till next year.
I think the third win will be against Philadelphia.
But Philadelphia almost had them.
I know they did. They had them.
They had them and
So
let them
close,
off the hook.
but close doesn't count.
Yeah,
Only in horseshoes, right?
And farts.
That
Yeah.
definitely counts.
And how about we got a little baseball start next week?
Baseball next week.
Sunday.
Yankees' whole entire starting lineup's injured.
Yeah.
That's all right. They bought Vernon Wells, right?
Oh yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
one. And they got Ching Meng Wang back. I believe.
Ching Meng Wang. He was never the same after he touched home plate, got
Yeah.
I
injured.
think they're looking to sign Scott Brocious and David Wells, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Going to
To
be
combine
back.
with Pettit and Mariano
Yeah.
and Jeter.
Tiger Woods, #1 golfer in the world again.
Yeah,
Like we
he's-
said here
he's
a couple weeks
got to
ago.
win a major. He's got to win a.
I agree.
Oh, and he's not married again. But he's got a new broad.
Lindsey
He's taking a
Vonn.
skier.
Yeah.
Lindsey Vonn. She's currently rehabbing a torn ACL.
She had a horrible injury,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
a very freak injury.
Rick Vaughn's sister.
See,
Remember Rick Vaughn?
No,
yeah,
It's
she
the
had
Wild thing. right?
Vonn is VONN, not
Oh, wasn't Rick Vaughn the Wild thing, right?
VAUGHN.
yeah.
Spelling.
The old Terminator.
Spelling with the dot.
Humiliator, line to left the base hit.
No, I don't know what else you got.
I got nothing else. You got
Nothing
anything else, Muggs?
Go Blue Sox.
Go,
Yeah, go Blue Sox.
Better than the Red Sox.
Good luck to all the spring sports athletes if you can get on the field.
I know. Come on, Mother Nature.
Find us on our Facebook page if you got any stories you want to tell. We'll report it here. Coming up after the break, Counter Girl. I wish I had the Counter Girl animation here. Shut up, you bloody idiot! I still don't have it, so I just look like an idiot. You're watching Mattyvison.com. We dream big.
The difference between